In this video, we are going to see about inter and intra VLAN routing configurations. So this is the topology we are going to work with. So first we'll begin with the intra VLAN routing. So we don't need a router in this case because traffic doesn't flow across the network address. This is a single LAN and we perform the configurations within that LAN. So first we'll assign the IP addresses to each host. Let me give the IP address 172.17.10.21 and let me give the subnet mask, and that's it. Now let me give IP address for the next PC. This one. So here we're going to have three VLANs, VLAN 10, VLAN 20 and VLAN 30. 17.10.22 255.0, and here let me give 172.17.10.23 and the subnet mask. Let me give the IP address here 17.24 24. This is the subnet mask, and this is the next PC. Of 25, and now we give the IP address for this PC. This is the last one, 172.17.10.26. Let me give the subnet mask, and now all the IP addresses are set, right? So if you just try ping between any two devices, let me just try here. It is successful now, and now if you just give ping between here, now it is successful because all the PCs belong to a single LAN. So what we have to do is we just have to make some partitions in this LAN which we call as virtual LANs, so that the traffic flows only in that LAN. So that is called virtual LAN, right? So we'll do the configurations now. So what we have to do is let me just uh, separate the VLANs with some colors here. Assume this is VLAN 10, that is for the uh, faculty, assume like that. Now let me take another color and assume these two PCs are for students, that is VLAN 20. Let me take another color, and now assume this one is for the guests, that is VLAN 30. Now let me quickly give the configurations. Now we just have to make the configuration switches now to perform the intra VLAN routing. So here we can see this interface is FA1/1 and this interface is FA0/1 and 2/1, right? So we just have to uh, make use of those interfaces and configure the CLI of the switch. So now we are in the CLI of the switch 0, and first of all what we have to do is we just have to create the VLANs. VLAN 10, that is the first VLAN, and we can name it, name is faculty. Now after that I'm creating VLAN 20 and the name is student. Now let me create VLAN 30. 30 name is I have to give the next line, name is guest. So now we have a command called show VLAN that actually prints the VLAN that has been created. So we can see VLAN 8, 10, 20, 30. This is the VLAN ID and these are the names of the VLANs, faculty, student and guest, and status is active. Now we can see there are no ports assigned under this VLAN. So faculty has no ports. Actually this PC, that is faculty 1, that has interface FA1/1 and that is available under the default VLAN. So we just have to switch that to this VLAN. So let me do that now. Config terminal interface, we just have to mention the interface here. Interface, this one is all, let me FA1/1. If it is FA1/1, and let me mention that interface FA1/1, and now I have to use the command switch port mode access. We are making this interface as access mode because it just has to support the traffic of only VLAN 10, nothing else. That's why I'm using this command switch port mode access, and I just have to give switch port access and the VLAN to which this PC belongs to, that is VLAN 10. Now exit. Now if you check the VLAN table, here we can see the interface FA1/1 is now assigned to this VLAN 10, that is faculty. Similarly, we just have to assign the remaining interfaces as well. Config terminal interface FA, this interface, it is 0/1, right? So interface FA 0/1, and now I'm using the switch port mode access, and switch port access. It actually belongs to the VLAN 20, that is for the students, right? VLAN 20. Now just give exit. Now we'll do the same for the third VLAN, that is if interface FA yes 2/1, FA 2/1, switch port mode access, switch port access, the VLAN number, VLAN and VLAN ID, that is 30. Now exit. Now if you just check the VLAN table, here we can see FA1/1, FA0/1 and FA2/1. All these interfaces now are part of these VLANs, that is 10, 20 and 30 VLAN IDs. Now we just have to make the same configuration in this switch as well. Enable config terminal. Now let me take the interface FA0/1, this one. Perform the same configurations. Interface FA0/1. Now let me give switch port mode access, switch port access, that is VLAN. This PC belongs to VLAN 10, right? Just give that. The thing is, we have forgotten to create the VLAN, so that's why it is showing. So just the VLAN has already been created. You can see access VLAN does not exist, creating VLAN 10. So that VLAN might have been created with some other by default name. You can see here VLAN 00 and 10 that is created. What we'll do is we'll just change the name of that VLAN now. Config terminal, VLAN 10 name. Let me give it as name faculty. Now let me do the same with VLAN 20 as well. VLAN 20 name is student. VLAN 30 name is guest. Now exit. If you just use the command show VLAN, it shows the VLANs that have been created, 10, 20 and 30, that is for faculty, student and guest. These three VLANs have been created. Now what we have to do is we just have to take these interfaces and just assign to this VLANs. So if FA0/1 has already been assigned just now, right? So what we have to do is we just have to assign the ports, that is FA1/1 and 2/1 to this student and guest. We'll do it now. Config terminal interface FA1/1, and now use the command switch port mode access, switch port access, that is the VLAN 20. This belongs to VLAN 20, right? That is PC4. Now let me take another interface FA2/1. The same command, switch port mode access, VLAN 30. Now port mode access, exit. Now let me show the VLAN table. So we can see these interfaces FA0/1, 1/1 and 2/1 have been assigned to these VLANs now. Fine. Now if you just ping between any PCs, it will be failed because we haven't configured this switch, right? So there are no PCs attached to this switch, right? So what we have to do is we just have to set these we have to create the VLANs here in this switch, and we just have to set these two interfaces as trunk mode, because these interfaces are supposed to support the traffic of all the VLANs, right? So that's why these interfaces have to be set into trunk mode. Now let me create the VLANs first. Config terminal VLAN 10, that is faculty. I just have to give the command name. Now let me give you the command VLAN 20 to create VLAN 20. Name is student. Now VLAN 30 name is guest. Now that's it. Now I just have to set the FA0/1 and FA1/1 interfaces into trunk mode. So let me do that. Interface FA0/1, switch port mode trunk. That's it. Now let me take the another interface FA1/1, the same command, switch port mode trunk. Now in order to see to see the interfaces that are trunking right now, we have a command called show interface that are trunking, that is showing trunk. We can see fa0/1 and fa1/1 are the status is trunking. So both these interfaces are now on trunk mode. Now if you just ping, let me wait for these interfaces. Here you can see the red lines, red dots. Now is getting into green. Let me wait for that. Meanwhile, if you just ping between these two, this one and this one, let me try it once again. We should wait for these interfaces to get green. All these pieces belong to the 10.0 network. They are physically a part of this LAN, but logically we have created the partitions. We call it as VLAN. Now all the interfaces have been enabled. Let me try pinging between this PC and this PC. Here it is successful. So this is intra VLAN routing configuration, right? So only the PCs that belong to the particular VLAN can communicate. Here we can see this is faculty and this one is faculty. It is successful. Now if you just try pinging between faculty and some guest, it will be failed here. Now in times to write, it will be failed. Now let me just show you between the guest and guest. If you just try the ping between guest and guest, it will be successful. If you just try the ping between student and student, that is successful. If you try the ping between this student and some faculty, it will be failed. This is how we configure the routing for intra VLAN. That's it. Now if you have to perform the inter VLAN routing configuration, so if you have to communicate with this PC, that is faculty, and with some guest, so it is failed, right? So what we have to do is we just have to employ a router, make use of a router to make that. So let me take a router, this one, and let me also give different network addresses, IP addresses from different networks into the PCs. Now let me change it to 20 now, and this one also, since both these PCs belong to VLAN 20. And let me give 30 over here, and let me give the same 30. That's it. Now if you have to perform the inter VLAN routing using a router, what we have to do is we just have to give the cables between switch and router. Since we have 3 VLANs in this topology, we'll run 3 cables from the switch to router. Each cable supports the traffic of each VLAN. So that is how it works. Now we have added the first cable, that is FA0/0 from the router side. Now what we have to do is we just have to make the configurations in the router and switch as well. So we'll just assign an IP address for this interface, which acts as a gateway for both these PCs. I mean the PCs of VLAN 10. So we are on the config terminal. Now let me take the interface FA0/0, and let me give the IP address 172.17.10.254 for easy remembrance, and I'm giving this give no shutdown exit. Now what I have to do is we just have to give the same gateway in this PCs, that is the PCs that belong to the first VLAN 172.17.10.254. And that's it. The router part is done. Now we are left with the switch part, the configuration of switch. So take the interface FA2/1. Sorry, now we are not in the configure mode. Interface FA2/1, and what we have to do is we just have to set this interface as access mode, since this interface takes the traffic of only VLAN 10, right? So it should be in access mode. Let me do that. Switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. So what it means is it will carry the traffic of VLAN 10 alone. Exit. Now let me give the command show VLAN. Here we can see fa2/1, the switch 2, right? Just a minute. Has been assigned to faculty. That's it. Now let me get another cable for this VLAN 20. Since we have 3 VLANs here, we have to run 3 cables. Now this interface is fa1/0 from the router side. Let me assign an IP address for that one as well in the router. Config terminal interface fa1/0, IP address 172.17.10. So this is 20 dot network 254 255.0. No shutdown. Exit. Now that's it. Now we are done with the router part. We'll do the configuration of the switch as well. So it is fa3/1 from the switch side. Config terminal interface fa3/1, switch port, mode, access, and it should support the traffic of only VLAN 20. That's it. If we just give the command show VLAN, we can see fa3/1 is now assigned to the VLAN 20 in the switch 2. That is the switch. Now what we have to do is we just have to add another cable for the VLAN 30. So we can see there is no interface available in the router. We'll add one. So before doing that, we just have to give a command copy run startup config. So if you just give this command, the current configurations will be saved, and if you just turn off and turn on the router, the configurations will remain as it is. So we'll do that one. If you just switch it off, and we can add the fast Ethernet ports here, as many as you want. That's it. Enough. Now we'll turn it on. Here we can see it is still loading. The interfaces have gone red now. Once it gets loaded, finished, uh, it will get green again. Now we can see it is green. Now let me take the fast Ethernet port here. Yes, it is available now. Yes, it is not available in switch now. So we'll do the same in the switch as well. CLI, we'll give the same command. Copy run startup config. Copy the running configuration. That's it. Now we'll just turn it off. Turn off the switch. Add the fast Ethernet ports. We'll add 2 of them. And turn it back on. It is loading. You can see these interfaces also have gone red. Now once it gets finished the loading, the interfaces will be green again. Now they are green. Now we can add a cable. This interface is for the VLAN 30. So this is fa6/0 from the router side. So let me give the IP address for the interface. Enable config t interface fa6/0, IP address 172.17.30.254. Subnet mask. Exit. I haven't given no shutdown command. Sorry. Let me give interface fa6/0, no shutdown. That's it. The interface has gone green. Now once let us view the routing table. Here we can see all these 3 networks have been directly added through these interfaces. Now we are done with the configuration of switch for the third VLAN. Enable config terminal. We'll take the interface fa6/1 from the switch side. FA. That's it. Now let me give the configuration. Switch port, mode, access, switch port, access, VLAN 30. Now let us view the VLAN table from here. We can see all these interfaces, that is these 3 cables, are now a part of these 3 VLANs. Now we'll be able to ping between PCs across the VLAN. It is failed because I haven't set the gateways for the VLAN 20 and VLAN So let me do that now. 172.17.20.254. Let me give the same gateway in this PC as well. And now for the VLAN 30 PCs, I'm giving uh, the gateway 30.254. I'm sorry, yes, this is the gateway to be given in this PC also. That's it. Now close it. Now if you ping, it should be successful, the inter VLAN routing. Let me try once again. Now it is successful. Now if you just ping between the PC that belongs to VLAN 30 and PC that belongs to VLAN 10, let me just try it again. Now it is successful. So this is how we'll perform. Let me try pinging from a PC to the router. It is successful. Let me try pinging between this PC and this router. It is successful. This is how we'll perform the inter VLAN routing configurations. And the problem here is if the number of VLANs is going to be more. Here in this case we have we just have 3 VLANs and we have 3 cables here. So if the number of VLANs is going to be more, the number of cables will have to be increased from the router to switch, right? So to avoid that, we generally go for a method called router on a stick. So we'll see it now. So we'll just remove this router. Like we don't need that many cables. We'll just have one cable running from switch to a router, and yet we'll be able to yet it will be able to carry the traffic of all the VLANs. So we'll see how it works. And let me connect only one cable from the router to switch. That's it. Now if you just see in the switch, if you just can see FA2/1 has been allotted for the VLAN 10, and FA3/1 which is not even there, it is allotted to VLAN 20. So first we'll remove that one. So what we'll do is we'll just go into CLI of the switch. Now interface 3/1, I guess. Interface FA3/1. We're not in the configure terminal. Interface FA3/1. No switch port access VLAN 20. That's it. Now if you just view the VLAN table, here we can see FA 3/1 is not there for the student, and FA2/1 and FA6/1 have also have to be removed. Since we have removed all those cables, right? So we'll do that. Config terminal interface FA2/1. Now give no switch port access VLAN. This is for the VLAN 10, right? That's it. Now we'll do the same for the interface FA6/1 as well. 6/1. No switch port access VLAN. 6/1 was for the 30 VLAN, right? We'll give that. Now if you just check the VLAN table, here we can see all these VLANs have no ports assigned. So we'll just assign one port. So we'll do that later. First, before that, what we have to do is we just have to create the sub interfaces in this router, and we just have to make this interface here as prime mode, because only this interface has to carry the traffic of all the different VLANs. So we'll do that now. We'll create the sub interfaces in the router now. Now enable config terminal and just give interface FA0/0. So this is the only interface that we are connected with, right? So this is going to remain the same. Now the sub interface is .10, the VLAN ID. Now we are in the sub interface mode. Now let me give the IP address 172.17.10.254. Since this gateway is already available in the VLAN 10 PCs. This is the subnet mask. And before giving that, we have a command that I have forgotten to give. So that is encapsulation. So once the if the packets from any VLAN has to travel to the router, so it just adds an header to that packet saying that it is from so and so VLAN. So that is why we use this command encapsulation dot 1q in the VLAN ID, that is 10. Now let me give the IP address. IP address 172.17.10.254. Let me give the subnet mask 0. Now give shutdown, I guess. Just exit. Now let me take the another sub interface fa 0/0.20. This is for the VLAN 20. Use the same command encapsulation dot iq. VLAN ID is here is 20, and the IP address here will be 20.network. Just give that, nothing else, and exit. Now take the next interface sub interface fa 0/0.30. Give the command encapsulation dot iq 30. Now IP address for the third VLAN, that is VLAN 30, this 30.0 network. Just give that and exit. And if you just view the routing table, so we don't have any entries here because this interface is not yet enabled. So let me do that. Config terminal interface fa 0/0 no shutdown. Right. Now if we just try to view the routing table, if we can see all these interfaces, 3 sub interfaces have been connected using, here we can see fa 0/0.10 and like that. So the configurations in the router are done. Now what we have to do is we just have to set this interface from the switch CLI of the switch as trunk mode. We'll do that. Config terminal, take the interface fa 2/1 switch port mode trunk. That's it. Now if we just try to view the interfaces that are trunking right now, so in trunk you can give this command. You can see fa 0/1 this one, and fa 1/1 in this one. fa 2/1 is the interface between router and switch that is trunking right now. So we can also view the VLAN table now. Here we can see yes. Since fa 0/0 interface is now trunking, it is not assigned to any of the VLANs. It is for the all it is supposed to carry the traffic of all the VLANs. So it is not present in either of these, that is default VLAN or any of the other VLANs. That's it, because it is in the trunk mode. Now let me try to ping between PCs that belong to different VLANs. It is failed. Let me try once again. It is failed. Let me try once again. Let me try pinging between the PC and router. We'll see how far the packet is moving using the simulation mode. We'll ping between this PC and here. Now now it is replying back, which has to come to this PC across the router only. Now it will go to the router and it routes back to the PC that belongs to VLAN 20. Now it is successful. So this is how this works. Now let me try pinging between this one and here. Get into the real time now. This failed. Let me try using the simulation mode. Now it is in the VLAN 20, that is PC4. Now you can see it is successful. Now let me try pinging between this PC and here. Let me try once more. Now it is successful, you can see. Now let me try pinging between the PC and random PC and router. It is failed. Let me try once again. Now it is successful. So this is how we perform the inter VLAN routing configurations using the router on a stick method. So I hope all the results were correct, and thanks for watching.